Shouldn't skipping to payday be as easy as skipping to the next song? Introducing MyPay from Chime. Get up to $500 of your pay before payday. Get paid when you save with MyPay. Start at Chime.com. Eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. Provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. and Stride Bank N.A.
This episode is brought to you by the Weather Channel. What does the Weather Channel app share in common with a personal trainer and a life coach? It's an ally on your quest to wellness. What you do with its insight is up to you. Like running an extra mile when air quality is good, or checking your allergy forecast so not even ragweed can disrupt your chi. It's more than a weather app. What in the weather are you waiting for? Be a force of nature with the Weather Channel app.
This is Optimal Health Daily. Project Sexification, The Art of Failing by Roger Lawson of rajlawfitness.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Hey there, welcome to a Thursday edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is one of a few shows where we read to you from blogs for free, so that you don't have to read them yourself, except on Fridays, because that's where I answer your questions. All right, and with that, let's jump right in and hear today's post as we optimize your life. Project Sexification, The Art of Failing by Roger Lawson of rajlawfitness.com. Have you ever had the feeling that things were going too good? Not just regular good, but good to the point where it didn't feel like you were living your life anymore? If this were a typical day in the life of you, the big fail beast would be racing down the street at a breakneck speed to trip you up before you started to get too full of yourself. That's what went down in my life this week. Since last check-in, I've been 100% compliant with my workouts and nutrition with no struggle at all. I was so on point with everything that I was within 1 pound of my goal weight 5 days ago. But then it happened. On purpose. I failed in a big, bad way, and I loved every minute of it. After a pretty decent workout, I decided to go on what will go down in the history books as a roaring rampage in the supermarket. Mac and cheese? Yes, please. Cookies? Don't mind if I do. Cake? Oh, you're far too kind. I still got in my regular amounts of fruit, veggies, and protein, but when all was said and done, I consumed over 5,000 calories. I was bloated and groggy for the rest of the day, and I wondered how bad the damage would be the next day. Plus 7 pounds from the day before. Perfect. I know that it seems asinine to purposely mess up a good thing. That would be like stopping to do the James Brown 5 yards short of a game-winning touchdown. But let me explain. It's easy to be upbeat and positive when life is filled to the brim with sunshine and unicorns, and you're knocking out your objectives with a 1990s Mike Tyson level of ferocity. But what happens when you make one little mistake that deviates from your master plan? You stumble. You begin to question your abilities and your resolve to achieve what you set out to do. You may very well even pack it up and call it quits right there. If you've never seen a grown man beg, then prepare to be stunned and stupefied, because here it comes. I beg of you not to do this. As with many things in life, looking at a situation in a different way is sometimes all you need in order to overcome it. Instead of treating failure as something that marks the coming of your doom, view it as a tool that will bring you closer towards success, even more so than always staying the course. It's inevitable that you're going to one day fall short of the mark that you set for yourself. You're going to miss some workouts. You're going to not finish your product by the deadline. And you're going to screw up on the path to greatness. A lot. You're not perfect. And if you were, life would be no fun to live anyway. So it's best to accept this fact right now, because it leads to the next most important piece. The horror of failure isn't the act of failing, but staying there. When you find yourself down there on the floor of life, ask yourself this question. Will this kill me? If the answer is no, which it always is, then stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stand back up and start moving. Don't put it off for later, because later never comes. Do it then. Failing shows that you're a human with faults. Staying down shows that you've allowed yourself to embody and become those faults. Getting back up again and again shows that you're not going to allow these moments of imperfection to define and guide you. You're better than that, and you're gonna prove it by moving forward and succeeding. You learn more about yourself in failure than you ever will in victory, and failing on your own terms is one of the most powerful tools that you have at your disposal. By doing so, you condition your mind to become that of a winner, so that when the real thing comes, you don't even have to coax yourself to get back into the game, because now it's automatic. You're back on your feet before your right butt cheek even hits the floor. You'll have trained yourself through experience to know that the world won't end if you falter. As long as you choose to rise and continue to move forward with a purpose, you will get there. Anyone who tells you otherwise is probably sitting on the ground, nursing their wounds as they watch you walk by. Quote, "Ever tried, ever failed. No matter, try again, fail better." Samuel Beckett. You just listened to the post titled Project Sexification, The Art of Failing by Roger Lawson of rajlawfitness.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. When you're hiring, it feels amazing to finally close out a job search. But what if you could get rid of the search and just match? You can with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
Introducing My Pay from Chime, a revolutionary new way to get paid. Let's say new dates to your favorite band's sold-out tour drop Tuesday, but you get paid Friday. Life doesn't wait for payday. With My Pay from Chime, you can get up to $500 of your pay before payday. No interest, no credit check, no mandatory fees. My Pay. Get paid when you say. Start at Chime.com. Eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. $2 fee to get funds instantly. Provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. and Stride Bank N.A.
Dr. Neal here for my commentary. How can we convince ourselves to pick ourselves up and try again after we've experienced a setback? I mean, I tend to get really defensive and critical when I experience a setback. So I've looked up what researchers have found to be the most helpful ways to bounce back. Now, there's no one way to do it, but some psychologists suggest the following steps. Think about the situation that led to that setback, but from an outside perspective. Basically, try to think of it in a less biased and defensive way. Honestly think about where things went wrong. This may mean we need some distance between the actual setback event to allow our emotions to cool down. Then, we use that information to help us decide where we can improve the next time. Focus on specific areas of improvement. So instead of telling ourselves, well, I guess I'm just not talented, it's better to tell ourselves, okay, that didn't go well because I didn't prepare for fill in the blank. So next time I will prepare better by fill in the blank. This type of thinking won't happen overnight, but with persistence, we can retrain our brains to incorporate these steps and encourage us to get back up again. All right, that wraps up another episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being a subscriber or follower of the show. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another Friday Q&A and where your optimal life awaits.